What if I told you that nearly half of Americans would get 20% returns right now on their money? Put it in perspective, the S&P 500 has done about half of that since its inception in 1928. But I'm confident you can beat that. Does that sound too good to be true? After all, YouTube is full of people making claims like this while standing in front of their yachts selling you something. But I don't have a yacht, and this is real if you're willing to do a few things. According to the Federal Reserve's last survey, 44% of Americans carry credit card balances that average about $6,300. That survey was released in 2020. The New York Fed has updated their analysis of credit card usage since then, indicating that as of the end of 2022, credit card balances rose nearly 30% over the past 2 years. This is definitely a troubling trend, especially if we consider that most credit cards have anywhere from 15 to 30% interest rates. If you're carrying a credit card balance, I would suggest to you that the returns of the stock market are the least of your concerns. Right now, the bank absolutely loves you. Why wouldn't they? You are enriching the bank by giving them massive returns every month. They don't care about the S&P 500. They want 100 million more customers just like you. But there is a solution, and if you think I'm coming across a little strong when it comes to credit cards, check out a few of my other videos where I talk about my debt journey so you know where I'm coming from. But first, let's look at this chart from WalletHub. If we just make the minimum payment on the US average balance of $6,300 at an interest rate of 25%, we're looking at about $5,700 in interest paid and it taking over 15 years to do it. I hate to start out on such a sour note, but the good news is that we can clean this up. First, we need to get a starter emergency fund of $1,000 to $2,000. This isn't much, but if you can set aside at least $1,000, you'll be in better shape than nearly 60% of Americans. This is significant when it comes to credit card debt because it will give you a bit of margin. If we run into a snag, instead of putting a surprise expense on the credit card, we can just dip into our emergency fund. $1,000 or $2,000 won't offset a huge emergency, but it will provide a small cushion and there will be no interest charges on it like there would be if we used a credit card. Second is I would recommend that we stop using credit cards. I don't hate them, but they're predatory and too often people get trapped and aren't sure how to get out of them. If this resonates with you, I would cut them up, burn them, shred them, but do something. They are killing your finances and wiping out any potential gains you may or may not be getting in the stock market. Real quick, you deserve the best content possible and I want to give it to you. If you feel I've earned it, take a sledgehammer to that like button. And then to your credit cards. Third, if you're investing in the stock market and you have credit card debt, I would stop investing. Unless your investments are getting you 20+%, you're not even breaking even. You're losing money by investing just from a mathematical perspective. The compound interest is working against you in this instance, and you need to squeeze every cent out of your budget to pay off this debt. What's more depressing is that if you are investing money in the stock market and carrying credit card debt, anytime the stock market drops, you are also losing another 20 to 30% on your money to the credit card company. They are toxic to your finances. Fourth is to create a list organizing your credit cards smallest to largest using the debt snowball method. I don't think it's important to stress the interest rates as much because people don't tend to have just one credit card of $6,300. It's usually $1,500 here, $800 there, $2,000 on another. You get the picture. The interest rate really isn't the problem here. It's having the debt in the first place. I would aggressively pay them off one by one, smallest to largest, and start to accumulate those small victories. Every time you pay one off, cross it off the list and move on to the next one. You'll start to build momentum and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with eliminating the debt. This is a very rewarding process. Each time you pay off your credit card, you're getting the equivalent return on your money. If your interest rate on your credit card is 20%, you're getting a 20% return. If it was 25%, that's what you're getting as a return on your money. It's not flashy, but it's the biggest financial gift you can give yourself. There will be a time to invest, and hopefully it's in just a few months. However, we have to be intentional with our money and not get distracted with 10 things going on at once, where we're so busy doing everything that we're not really doing anything but spinning our wheels in credit card debt. Intense focus is the key here. All right, folks, that's it for today. If you found this content helpful, I would encourage you to watch this video somewhere on the screen that will talk to you about getting out of debt. Later.